Hello everybody, good morning, Monsignor speaking here. The video you're going to see, it's a class that I did yesterday. It's actually a new online class that I'm doing every Thursday, and I'm in studio with my students, and you can actually tune to that class at home. It's a quite nice vibe to combine a studio session with a Zoom class. But this week I have discovered something that I think it's a real game changer. I really think this is kind of a big news. I first want to say that I cannot believe, actually one of my students said yesterday, said, I can't believe you've never presented this technique this way. I just didn't. All this is, it just shows how really you can do something sometimes instinctively. I'm sure I know for sure that I've done this exercise before. The exercise you're going to see, actually you're not going to see the 2x2 that we practice together there, where someone is actually helping to spot the other one. So we've done that for many years since I began teaching, because I used to train that as well, but I never presented the technique in the way that I actually understood this week. That's why I'm big on it. I'm repeating myself now, just because I really truly think that was quite a big deal for me this week, to understand the movement that way. I am talking about a handstand into a headstand, or a handstand even to a queda de rins, but mainly to a headstand. I've realized that there is one task that we must do in order to understand how to do that. Often you hear me talking about some movements that you can learn the movement, and you obviously have to practice a lot. You practice and you practice and you practice and you practice, so you get stronger and your body can build its strength or flexibility in order to do the movement. So there are a lot of things in capoeira that no matter how good the technique is, you obviously have to put in hours of practice. This is different. This is why it's a big deal, because once you understand the technique, now you just have to grant that maybe to understand the technique at the beginning is a little hard, but once you do, then you realize straight away that you are stronger than you think you are. In other words, this is a movement that the technique really does matter. The mind over matter, the mind over the physical, the understanding of the movement rather than just the muscle power really does help. Now, you're going to see this class now, and I'm going to include the explanation that I gave in the beginning, because I think that's going to be quite good, although the sound is probably not as clear as this one. And what you need to watch for is that I'm talking about being on a handstand, and before you do anything with your legs whatsoever, you have to bend your arms. Even if it's 1%, that's right, even if it's a tiny little bend, you're going to progress then to that. What the technique is teaching you here is that when we go into a handstand, in this case specifically with the legs straight, so obviously if you cannot do this kind of handstand safe yet, please be careful. I do not want you to hurt yourself. I'm not there to spot you. I think this is a major understanding of a technique, but you do require some attention to begin. But if you can do even a slow AU and go upside down with your legs straight, then you can start to practice this if you can already have that balance. You don't have to hold the Bananeira for long to do that, but you do need to trick your brain, or maybe your brain needs to trick your body to say, legs do not move until I do a little bend of my arms. So I want you to watch that, guys. I think, as I said, and I'm sure now I have repeated a lot of times, bigging up the excitement for this class, but it's just that in 1 week I've literally got so much response from this that I thought if I'm ever going to share something that is going to help people to understand and to cut some randomness of their practice, this is it. Okay, I'll be working with this in my classes this week, and I will say again, please be careful if you're not ready, if you don't have handstand skill, Bananeira skill yet, maybe this is not for you, but if you do, this could be a massive game changer for anybody who sometimes just feels awkward and feels weak in doing, and you think, I'm so weak, I need to get my arm strong, and it may just be the technique of the leg bending before. Okay, so I hope you enjoy. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. I just want to say one more thing. You probably will see that when I'm doing the movement, although it's something that I can do instinctively, I feel, if I may say about my own movement, I feel that it looks even cleaner. There's something more, there's an integrity to it. Because I understood more how that's working now, it feels to me that there is a great integrity in how I'm actually doing the movement. Obviously, the students felt that they all had a smile in their face after going, right, okay, yeah, I can see now, I can see a clear progress into this. Okay? Obrigado, have a good day. Skill for bananeira into a headstand, or bananeira into a queda de rins, okay? So what I'm going to show you now, guys, is for you to start thinking about the idea. But before, I'm facing them so they can see as well, okay? But before this movement, however, the technique can really make a massive difference. Now, it might not be easy to hit that technique straight away, I'm going to show you. But once you start to hit the right technique, you will see how you are stronger than you think, most cases, I'm generalizing. Honestly, you think, actually, it was technique. It wasn't that I did not repeat enough or I wasn't strong enough. Other things, you can't do that. You know, you can have amazing macaco technique, but it takes time for you to put all the macaco positions. But this one is different. So what you have to do is you go up. If you are hitting this target here, you won't have to stay this long. But what you think is arm, and then you can fall wherever. Here, fall here. What is the point of this training? Is that I must learn that this happens before legs. Anytime your legs go like this, you will lose your strength and you won't be able to do the move. Okay? So I think because I saw, I wouldn't be giving this if I didn't see, but you're all hitting this place here. So even if you're not stopping like me, even if you're like maybe somewhere here, have a little bend of the arms. But can you think? Legs don't move, arms, leg. That's what you do. So what you have to do is you have one rule. Arms bend first. Arms bend first. Legs do not bend. Arm bends first. So I'll start by saying, what do most people do when they learn this movement? Wherever they are, they think about legs and then arm. Okay? What you have to do, even if it's 1%, bend arms, let the legs fall. My arms are a little bit wider, so you don't want to be like this. A little bit wider.